This weekend, I told a complete stranger to go to the store and buy the prettiest journal they could find. Vanessa, that sounds odd. Hear me out. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for yourself is something small that will nurture your soul. Giving yourself something to focus on in a world that feels chaotic, overwhelming, even war-torn. Surviving is learning how to vibe. And you vibe by writing or singing or thinking or journaling. Let me have a few minutes. Let's vibe together. Welcome to The Rite of Passage with Vanessa Riley, the podcast where storytelling meets passion and every page turns into a new adventure. I'm your host, Vanessa Riley, and together we'll dive deep into untold histories, reflect on current events through a historical lens, share behind-the-scenes writing insights, and explore the ups and downs of the author's journey. From rich historical novels to unforgettable characters to pop culture's intrusion on the written word, hey, we're going to explore it all. So grab your pen, your notebook, and let's begin our journey through the written word. Let's start your rite of passage. We're on the verge of something. Call it World War III, call it chaos, call it the moment before everything shifts. In the middle of it all, TSA lines wrap around terminals, travel anxiety hums in the background. People are forced to work with no pay. I could go on about how every headline is filled with hostilities. They escalate hourly. I've made the practical decision to vibe, to be above the moment rather than in it. Vanessa, what does that mean? I'm stocking up on essentials, water, toiletries, and goodwill. Since the world feels unstable, the least I can do is stabilize my corner of it. But how do you reset when gas prices feel like they're climbing without end? When groceries, something as basic as beef, begins being priced like silver? When the weather can't decide what season it belongs to, and you're running both the heat and the air conditioning in the same week? You give up. Nothing, absolutely nothing is under our control. I'm not telling you anything new, but I'm sharing with you my Survival Rules 101. First, protect your peace. The crazy train's not stopping. There's no switch we can flip to slow things down. It has to run its course and teach hard, painful lessons. And it's difficult when the people we love, especially those in uniform, will be called into harm's way. So what do? This weekend, I found part of the answer. I joined the Tanya Time Book Club and met a room filled with readers and vibed with food, fashion, friendships, and books. These readers were engaged, joyful, present, beautiful women, supportive, diligent men. These were people who chose intentionally to gather. This was nourishment to be with bookish people. I saw laughter, felt the collective breath release. And we reveled in this moment. We are safe. We are together. The vibe struck me. We need this, all of us. I'm tired of watching chaos, tired of those who thrive on fear winning. I'm deeply disappointed in those who profit from division. But as I said, there's no stopping Crazy Train. Our leadership has lied and failed us. So yes, we have to buckle up. Crazy has the keys, and we're in the back seat of the station wagon. Back to those practical steps. Stay hydrated. Stock up little by little on essentials. Water, staples, medicine. These things disappear first when systems get strained. And then, just as importantly, feed your mind. Escape. Escape into a book. Because stories are more than entertainment. They are a refuge. They are resistance. They are hope. If you crave manageable chaos with a side of humor, let me offer you A Deal at Dawn, releasing June 30th, 2026. This is Catherine Wilcox's Lady Hampton story. This stubborn woman has spent her life, or the last 2 books, believing that secrecy equals safety. It's not. It's betrayal. The story is packed with a secret baby, hurt comfort, and herbs. And my dear girl is ready to walk over hot coals to make things right. And her opposite, Jaleel Charles, the Duke of Torrance, the master chess player, is a man shaped by legacy, a black Russian princess for a mother, and an English duke for a father. And now faces a crisis that could take everything from him. His health, his independence, his future, his one chance to be a father. So the question becomes, what does forgiveness look like when trust has been shattered? What does redemption cost? And what happens when the child, once hidden, has grown old enough to understand that she's been lied to all her life? Will Catherine make amends? Or will she give up? Or will time run out? Yes, we need more escape. I still do suggest picking up Fire, Sword, and Sea. These pirates fight back. We can learn something. So let me leave you with this. Please take care of yourself. If you need to disconnect from the noise, do it. If the news feels like too much, step away. Find voices you trust, platforms that inform you without overwhelming. Guard your home front. Prepare wisely. And don't underestimate the power of small joys. Watch something that makes you laugh. Call someone who reminds you who you are. Go hang with a book club. And above everything, read. Let a story carry you somewhere safe and full of laughs, even if it's just for a while. And be prayerful. Pray for leadership with backbone. Pray for those called into service. Pray for wisdom and mercy and endurance. Pray for creators. We need creators to keep creating. We need you. We need the stories written, art painted, words spoken, rhymed, sung, or acted. In times like these, art is not a luxury. It's the vibe to survival. This week's book list includes Legend Born by Tracy Dion. Secret Societies, Grief, Legacy, Power. Feels like we're stepping into a world where truth fights back. The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. Soft, warm, affirming Black love. A gentle reset kind of read. And a little nonfiction vibe. Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hersey. Think of rest as rebellion. Consider purchasing these books plus Fire, Sword, and Sea or pre-order A Deal at Dawn from Baldwin Books or from one of my partners in the fight, bookstores large and small who are hanging with me. Please keep spreading the word about Fire, Sword, and Sea, the adventure you didn't know you needed, and a guide to resistance, not exactly rest. You can find my notes on Substack or on my website, vanessariley.com, under the podcast link in the About tab. Enjoying these essays? Go ahead, like this episode, share, and subscribe to Write a Passage so you never miss a moment. And it's time to get ready to write the next book. I'd love to take you behind the scenes, and maybe you'll write one too. Keep listening. Thank you for listening. I want you to come again. This is Vanessa Riley.